Okay, good to go. Let's see, time. All right. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We're gonna hit Watkins Glen on a low fuel motorsports. Let's see, Watkins Glen. 14 people, nice and quiet. Whoops. LFM. Connecting. Let's see what we can do here. 143, that is impossible for us, and what I was actually afraid of is happening. There are already a lot of Ferraris. Now I'm choosing the Ferrari this season. Last season we did the BMW. Now I'm gonna stick with that Ferrari. I actually didn't drive it on a whole lot of tracks. I know I'm gonna be in trouble with curbs, but on the longer bends we will have that rotation because of the weight balance of the car. And Watkins Glen, I'm actually struggling a lot on Watkins Glen with all the cars. I never got a podium here on LFM, and it's always been a struggle. Same as like for Silverstone as well. Hi Jessica, welcome to the stream. So yeah, I made already some setups for this car, and I shared them in the live stream as well. I'm going to put them as a file in the Discord as well. But I'm gonna have to see how I'm gonna put the names there so everybody can know which kind of setup for which track combination. So I was already screwing a lot around with this setup, so I made a safe one and then I progressed into a fast one, and I didn't even, yeah, I'm gonna drive a few laps with the fast one to see. Let's see how this, load. Okay, good. 30 liters, tires, all right. So 30 degrees, I think the tire pressures look pretty good. I've chosen for quite some negative camber to improve and promote rotation, and I'm actually having more anti-roll bar as well. I find that more anti-roll bar in rear engine cars helps me with the rotation. If I get like higher ride height on the rear and making this like creating rotation from this standpoint, I get in trouble with the braking. I get too much cornering, like oversteer into corners, so that's the reason. And what I also found with this anti-roll bar settings the last few weeks is that the anti-roll bar actually makes the car a bit easier to save from an oversteer situation. So maybe that's useful for you. Let's hit track. A few laps. Yeah, we have a nice gap, yeah? Let's see. So I was hitting almost a 43 in 143 in the practice session in my own without BOP, so it will probably be slower.
Let's get some heat.
Let's wait for this car. Oh, there's another one coming. Well, let's see. So there's one car coming here. Gotta give him some space as well. Let's see how I am on the pancake. I'm gonna regret maybe that I let this Mercedes overtake me, because it seems like we can form a gap for the first lap. Let's see. This is the hardest corner for me. It's always like, it feels like it's off camera a little bit. Let them, oh, he's gonna... Is he gonna go? Come on, man. Go away. Make the gap. Oh, this will be a nice gap. Let's go. This last corner, I'm struggling with the last corner. I'm struggling with like the complete last sector, basically. And I'm struggling with the first corner as well. Oh my god. So this first corner, you really need to trail brake into it to hitting that apex and being on throttle as soon as possible, because you're suffering this whole straight.
46.75.
Over here, you want to be on the inside as well, yeah? So definitely need to warm up a little bit.
You passed this lateral, that's 146.08.
So if I can hit a 44 lap time in this practice session on a flat screen, then I will be happy. Probably not gonna make it, but we'll see.
Sector 1 is now green.
And we're gonna wait for this Ferrari a little bit. Okay, one more lap, and then gonna look at the chat. Let's go.
P16.
Well, there's a lot of, like, I left a lot of pace there, so that first corner was absolutely not great, but clean laps, consistent laps was what I'm gonna go for. Also, I'm gonna make a video about how important that is to hitting those apexes all the time. Ferrari is gonna be in our way, I think. Maybe he'll move out of the way. Probably not though.
Clear, incident clear.
The Ripper, welcome to the stream, man. What are you going to do? Are you gonna let me pass? Probably not. He doesn't have to though. Let's see, this is gonna be a 45, whatever. 5:45. Okay, so the setup, I'm really happy with the setup. So I don't really feel like changing this. So let me know in the chat what you want me to do. Shall I hit like best lap time, or maybe we can switch to a different car, because I really feel like this is perfect as it is. Sometimes you don't need to change setups. This one actually feels really good. Camille, man, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. This is the Ferrari 296, Robbie.
Head was just
Yeah.
149.
Gaston already respond, yeah. Oh, is it now? Okay, so let's have a look. The rear is inflated too. Yeah, on the left rear it's a bit yeah, well, 269, and after like not really pushing that hard, so it probably needs to be a bit lower. The other values seem okay. Yeah, the left front could be maybe a bit higher. Gonna have to see. I can like do a few more laps to see, to not have the traffic. I'm gonna show you the setup and I'm gonna explain a little bit as well. So 7, 6, I think 5 I can even do. Maybe we can try that out as well. I'm always choosing 30 liters in these practice sessions because it's like giving a nice idea for like quali if it's a little bit lower, but when in race it should be like sprint race, it's like 45 or something, so you don't really feel that much of a difference. And I'm not so concerned about doing like one turbo lap and hitting like this super power lap, because I'm more interested in driving consistent laps than hitting that one wondrous lap time. Now the steer ratio I'll put on the max. This will probably be a value that I always want to have on 17, because it feels with lower steer ratio it's so sensitive on steering input, especially that first initial steering input going from like 0 degrees to like 5. It's like immediately wants to turn in, but then it doesn't do anything anymore. It's a bit strange. For Watkins Glen, I actually preferred quite some range on front and less on the rear. This bump stop range on the rear is because I want this car to rotate when I go on the throttle, and it really suffers from understeer when you're coming out of the corners. Now, dampers, this is just some setting that I'm always using, and I'm not using Motec or anything. Sometimes if it's real sensitive on front on braking, I will increase this value a little bit, but I prefer to do this with the anti-roll bar. Making like a stiff front anti-roll bar gives me the, like, I've seen a comment like a few weeks ago that the stiff anti-roll bar in the front is good for your insurance company. It makes the car very predictable on the braking. And if you're actually suffering a lot from turn-in understeer, then maybe we can decrease this a little bit. But then I'd rather put more ride height on the rear if it's not turning in on entry. So for me, a lot of times this ride height on the rear is going to determine how much I can get away with turn in on entry. So, and I took a little bit of wing off because there's some top speed. Now I still need to learn this car as well, so maybe it should be on the max, but a few sprint races and we will know. Oh, really? Guys, is it uneven? Whoops. Thanks for that comment in the chat. So now it's like symmetrical, yeah. I'm even thinking about sometimes that maybe an unsymmetrical setup can be handy as well, if we have a track with a lot of corners going to the one side, but it's feels like a gamble to me. So let's drive a few laps more. Let's see, what can I install more? Yeah, again, high preload differential, high-ish. For me that feels high because when I drove the BMW last season it was very low all the time, but somehow I don't need the rotation when I go off throttle, and that will happen when we put it really low, but I do need the rotation when we're on corner exit, and that's why I put this a little bit higher. Maybe it can go even higher, I don't know. Brake bias, I'm not sure as well, but yeah, I was testing this out last week. I was not able to do one off-season race. I actually fantasized with the idea that I can maybe do like a live stream on the off-season races because the ELO rating is not affected. But yeah, now it's over. I did not have time to do that last week. So let's go. Let's enough with the chit chat. We need to save this because we had a bump stop, uneven bump stop range. I get sloppy sometimes, you know. There we go. And if you just joined the stream, this safe setup and this fast setup, I will share on the Discord. I need to rename this, of course. Need to call them like save preset, allowed, whatever. We're gonna have to see. Because yeah, okay. Drive some laps. How many people are in here now? 19. So when entry, so we'll go for this gap, hopefully. Yeah, this is how I'm entering the track, so let's see. A few more laps. I really was like unsure what to do, or I want to go with this Ferrari, or I wanted to go with the Mercedes next season, but I drove this Mercedes. It's so inconsistent for me, and I can set it up and I can drive it, but I think that car is more a pain than an enjoyment. So this car, and a lot of people choosing this car, and for sake of the channel, maybe it's better for the channel that I drive this Italian car. Now it feels still a little bit unsteady, but obviously we don't have the tire temps and pressures yet.
Yellow flag.
I think it can be really fast, this Ferrari on this track, because of all these long bends.
Fastest lap from Boa, 144.02.
If I can hit a 44 on the flat screen, then I don't have to drive VR anymore. I'm VR, I am like a 0.8 seconds faster. I'm gonna wait a bit for that car in front, so I want a great gap so I can actually hit some laps and get some consistency going here. Hopefully it will not overtake them. Okay, let's go.
Yellow flag.
Negative stall in front.
Entering clear.
Again, I'm missing that apex, but already better than his first run. When I go to this S's, I will just put as less input as I can to keep that speed up, you know?
Yellow flag.
Cutting this as much as I can
It's clear. Green flag.
and screwing this up.
I believe this lap.
So that will be the first crash
Yellow
of the
flag.
day. Bruh. Let's see. I need to change an overlay here because I have an overlay that is in the chat. That's what I need to play. Alright. Damn, no 720S, Hank. You wanted to drive that car this season? Robbie, I would race with you sometime. Do you have any public servers? What is it? Robbie. Robbie, no, I'm not into like this public servers. There is like an idea that I'm going to open a server at some point, because this evening we hit 3,000 subs, which is amazing. I turned on some monetization for the channel, and as this is growing a little bit, and there's like, the channel is gonna give me some money back for all the time that I put into it, then yeah, this money I'm gonna absolutely use to create like an own server and to maybe do some stuff there. I'm not sure yet how this is gonna look. Victor, yeah, we can go through the setup one more time. If you go back in time, I'm explaining a little bit, but I can summarize one more time. So, first I need to turn this off. Yeah, okay. Okay, Robbie, that's good. Well, and I will, like, if you're in the Discord, you know, you're more into the loop, and maybe I will share it on the community tab on YouTube as well. So the current setup, I saw somebody was commenting was 27.2. Pump stop. More negative toe on the front. So, so for me now, this negative toe, why? Why is that helping me? Because when the car is straight, I want to steer in, the wheels will be more like this. Is it? Sometimes it feels just so default and random what to do with that front toe, but yeah, we can try it out. Ha, Camille. So that's 2 persons, yeah. This public lobbies, did you ever? It can be so messy, you know, and so if we can like have our own server and kick people out, kick the dirty ones out, would be the best idea, I think. So I'm having a little bit of negative toe here. There are people that go maximum toe and they go like very exploity meta like, but yeah, for me that makes for me a car that gets unpredictable and very hard to drive. So I stick with some like normal values. I'm usually going from a stiff front anti-roll bar, so this means the front will not bite so much under braking, and if it's not biting enough under braking, I will get some extra ride height. Now this car, when you push it like, let's say you push this one like a centimeter difference, this car is absolutely undrivable. So this one is pretty close together. Now this promotes a little bit of an understeery setup. So I got like a little bit of a stiffer rear anti-roll bar, and the bump stop range are pretty low. This all promotes better like rotation out of corners instead of the ride height. Now if this was a track with short corners and not like this long hairpins everywhere, I would actually prefer a little bit more ride height. But because this has such a lot of trail braking zones, I actually prefer it to tune out that understeer with these values over here. And also for the preload differential, a more higher value will promote rotation out of the corner. Now, if I can now finally get into some decent laps, then I can actually have a proper reading of these tires as well. And let's try this one more time. And I changed something of the setup that did I change? Almost do servers, they are pretty clean. Oh, okay. Let's see in the chat. Oh. Okay, well, anyways. So maybe for people who are wondering, wait, I need to load this up. No, yeah, okay. So this is the force feedback settings that I'm using, and it's not. I have a pretty low gain, and on the Fanatec DD screen it's full 100%. I put this on 55, so it does clip all the time on the curbs, and I still feel with this 8 Nm force feedback that I'm actually getting everything. And I really didn't make any study of all this stuff. I just trust the presets what Fanatec gives me. I just plug it in, keep it up to date with the updates, and I don't care so much anymore. It feels really great. So. Yeah, braking pedal, I got like a Sim Magic now, and I'm actually using not the load cell, I'm using the angle with different elastomers and different settings. I'm gonna show them here. And I'm using this value because of the angle this braking pad has, and I can control this so good now. I can actually like, but as in, what do you call it? As in getting your upgrades, I think if you have a load cell on your braking, then I would not worry so much about very shiny, cool pedals, because they did not gain me any lap time. It's just like a show-off stuff, you know. Okay, let's go. Enough talking. Do some proper practice session here, and we can try a different car. Let me know in the chat which car you want to see.
Exit looks clear. Green flag.
In the Discord, I'm gonna share setups for the Mercedes as well, but this will be only this time because I was testing it out really hard, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that more with that car, because I really need to learn this one. This is a very hard combination. I've seen so many crashes in this
Right side, clear right.
in this section, and I really need to be on this apex right here. You know, you really need to be on that inside at some point. Is the Ripper, is that 488? It's quite hard to set up, yeah? It's like I tried it once, but it really feels like you need to like set it up some point, and it's really driver skill dependent as well.
Tire temps are all good.
Okay. Server van der Meer. Okay. Wow, this is bad. Okay, target is like 45 lap time now, and then maybe a 44 would be absolutely awesome.
Yellow flag, sector 2, 8th place. Green flag, sector
Okay,
2.
this is an actually better entry for this first corner. Now I'm trying to use as less steering input as I possibly can here to let that car get up to its top speed. I think 260 plus is pretty decent.
Yellow flag. Green flag is clear. It looks like Yank has gone up. Yellow flag. Green flag.
So this is the, like, these corners. Now I need that rotation from the rear when I go off throttle out of these corners. It's too hard to get a 44 probably, because I cannot do that on a flat screen probably. The other car was in the way in the last sector, so maybe.
Green flag in sector 1.
Let's do one more lap. I think the pressures look okay now. That rear on the right can be a bit more inflated, I think. Oh. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can improve a little bit upon this. A little bit later of a braking. Now I'm a little bit. This is. So I released the throttle there, because if you're on throttle and you're on those curves, then it can snap on you. Now maybe we can improve on this stake a little bit. Nope. More time. tires are getting pretty hot. Yeah, I see this left front is hitting 27 as well. That will be the maximum. I validate it a little bit. Why not?
Watch the track limits, please, Arno.
Okay, one more lap. Now the pressures are dropping. Okay, this one looks a lot better. Now the pressures are dropping already. So in a few corners the pressure really climbs, and then to be honest, guys, I actually struggle a lot on this track. I never had like a decent performance here. Always something happening. A lot of collisions always happen in this sector. Man, come on. Great exit here. Let's see, this corner is the hardest. Touch that brake to rotate it into that corner. Oh, this looks pretty decent. Oh, can we hit that 44? Can we hit that? Yeah, almost. Yes. Nice. I'm surprised. If this was like a half a year ago, I could actually never ever achieve this in VR, and now I'm doing this on a pancake. So we are growing. Oh, this car is just really suiting me on this track with this setup, with some support in the live stream. Ooh, that's almost going wrong there again. Still hitting that nice green delta. Man, this car is fast. Oh, now I'm screwing up this corner a little bit. I feel it, yeah. Losing delta through the lap. Definitely a 44. A 44.8. Proper lap times. Now I will read the chat a little bit because let's see.
We think that Blanc has binned it.
So if you really have burning questions, just ask them again so I can see them. A lot of times I miss these questions. I really want to respond to everyone, and yeah, so have a look. Let's see. Low. Mark R, is the front ride height too low for the fast chicane exit? Fast chicane. You mean the sector 1, yeah? You can actually jump over it with the lowest ride height, I believe. It's sensitive, but if I increase the ride height, it's gonna keep being sensitive, and we have all the the negative effects of that higher ride height. So I just push it on the ground and work with it from there. Okay, Carsten, we're gonna go for that toe. We have actually, I think the setup, I really like the setup. I can really be consistent. I can actually go like on a pancake, flat screen. I can actually get like that lap time. Now, some people would say with this negative toe that yeah, it's tire wear. It isn't. It isn't affecting tire wear like nothing. So sliding will get you, and like force steering, understeer, that will like really hurt the tires. Caster Swaz, also you would assume in real life that toe does decrease your like tire temperature and maybe promotes more top speed. It doesn't. Not in this game. I made a video, it's a very old video, it's a very crappy video because I was just like starting this channel, and I tried like 0 toe and maximum toe, and the temps didn't change. So have a look. Yeah, I'm not really feel like I'm sliding on the rear, and if it's sliding, then you know on throttle, if I push too hard and it starts sliding, that's actually something I desire in a setup. Yeah, we will. Let's see. Other pros, elastomers, and I'm reading a message. I'm thinking about switching to VX Pro because it has no elastomers. I have a problem with elastomer pedals. It gets soft over time. Yeah. Yeah, the P1000. The biggest disadvantage of the P1000 is that my how do you call the back end of the foot is sometimes falling off like the base plate because it's too short. I'm gonna make some aluminium tray to make it longer, but buying pedals from 600 euros and still need to adjust them themselves feels a little bit weird to me. I have the, let's see, I have questions. Cannot, like, answer them all. Pascal. Nice, man. Yeah, going into LFM, absolutely great. I hope they keep going, you know, LFM. Because before ACC did not have, like, a application. You could not go anywhere with your ACC stuff. Yeah, maybe some private lobbies or communities, but the LFM, absolutely great. So I will try this negative toe. It would mean that the front wheels are facing more outward, and it's definitely gonna have an effect, which I don't know now, but yeah, we can try this, and we get like as an experiment. Why not? Maybe I am actually getting a 43 right now, and then I actually can stop making the streams because then I don't know nothing about setups. The Ripper, I don't know about the 1.7 version actually. I was not so into HCC back then, so I'm not really, I don't know. I'm very curious how this toe is gonna affect everything. The thing is with these tire temperatures, this is a little bit of the nature of the track, yeah, same as Sandford. You're just gonna have high temps, and you can like make the wheels really soft, but then it's also promoting heat in the tires as well. So keeping them on 27 will be, I think, optimal. Or maybe play around with the brake ducts a little bit. The Viper, man. Thanks for your message, man. It's good to hear. good to hear that people are picking something up from this, because when I started to learn this game, I had only like the pro tips, and like I could not really, it took me like months, maybe a year, to fully understand something about the setups. Coming from a guy that did a lot of setups on the Forza and project cars or what have you, but when it came to this, then yeah, so I'm trying to close the gap from absolute beginner to advanced. Let's go. Now, there is like a virus in the front of my head saying, now you have all this dough on the front, but I need to like get rid of that thought and try to make a perfect lap. I think it's still pretty decent though. Now, if you just came to the stream, I test around a little bit. We're gonna choose a different car just for fun, and to make like a setup for a different car as well. I cannot promise to get that 44.8 lap time with a different car, but let's see, and just take us through the process how we can build some car setups. And we do one more lap because, okay, this is a half a second slower, but it's not because of the dough, it's just actually my ability to not get the... What about top speed, guys? Think that top speed is okay for this car on this track? Are we going fast enough in this section? On the edge, yeah. On the edge.
Sixth place.
Now we have that hot tires on the left,
Incident clear. Green flag.
but now that's over because now we have the bends to the left and those tires will cool off a little bit again. Oh my god, look at that delta. And the trick is to not screw it up now, yeah? Using everything off the track. So yeah, I don't know nothing about setups. Somebody that I don't know in the chat is telling me that I used to use more toe on the front, and this is changing everything. So good tip, yeah. It's the great benefit of like when oh yeah, and also when you're stopping the car, make sure you do that on the outside, so
Yellow flag.
you're not surprising anyone. Master is a 145 with the same setup as Spa. Okay, Spa, yeah. Nice. Good stuff, man. Max negative front. Yeah. So let's explain, like, I think driving style is a whole video topic in and out of itself, but I really feel I tried some like meta setups and setups that really can squeeze out a whole lot of lap time, and they always feel like unforgiving to me. So they require, let's say on this track as well, I'm making like minor corrections for almost every corner. Like when I'm braking, when I'm trail braking, I get the information from the car, it starts to turn in under braking, trail braking, and then I suddenly know, okay, there's like a few, like a millimeter, half a millimeter of different steering input needed, or like a little bit of like a brake change to like make your apex. And with the setups that I'm building for myself, the car allows you to do these corrections, and it stays predictable for my skill level. But if you go into meta and really fast setups, you lose a little bit of this like adjustability and correction behavior in the car, and you actually need to be really determined with your inputs. You need to like push in the car into the apex and do that, time that exactly right. And if you can master this with these setups, then you're gonna be really freaking fast. But as soon as I load up a meta setup, and I used setups from Coach Dave Academy as well, I just don't like it that way. It's very personal, but I just don't like to drive it like that. And I think you can still like get really fast and consistent and have a lot of fun sim racing with your own setups that are not so exploity and so fully meta. That's just my opinion about setups like that. Yeah, it's fast when you master it, but yeah, but you mean like, imagine this, full-time job, you know, kids, wife, few hours of racing. You're never gonna get into those setups and be really fast, I believe. So we're third in the lobby. Now, guys, let me know in the chat, which car do you want to see next? We can set up a new car, maybe Lamborghini, maybe we can have a look at the Mercedes again. I made some setup for that as well. Really unpredictable car on this track, but yeah. Well, Robbie, yeah, I mean, if the setup suits you, then it's great. And I mean, they're pushing out setups a lot, yeah. What a lot of work that is, so yeah. And they have like an academy now, and they coming with AI solutions. You're getting more and more from their subscription. Okay, we're gonna try the Porsche. Why not? I made a video about trying the Porsche, so I can basically not move around it. For people who want to see the setup, this toe, I'm gonna keep it as it is, man. I think it's okay. Pressures get pretty high, temperatures get pretty high. So let's see the inside. Okay, maybe this is interesting. So we don't want to go over 100 degrees with the tires on the left, and we don't want to go over 27 psi. Now, if this gonna be like 110, then you could say, yeah, we'll need to open the brake ducts more on the front, so the wind will cool the brakes more, cool the tire more. But we have this reading to consider as well, and like, yeah, it's only the outside though, but this is actually too low, and on the middle it's okay. So yeah, maybe we should increase the brake ducts here when temperatures are climbing. But this felt pretty stable. And what I absolutely don't know about the setup, how it's gonna be on tires. I know these toe values are not gonna affect it, but maybe other values. And if this car gets really oversteery when the rear tires are wearing, then maybe it needs to be reconsidered. But on the end of the week, we will probably have some more information about this subject. Chuck's Funhouse, yeah, I think it's slow as well, yeah. I see nobody driving it. I really, if LFM would put like I would really like it for LFM to put the cars on all the -40, Lexus, Nissan GTR, all these old cars. Just do -40, and if somebody's like really exploity, like ridiculously fast, then redo it. You know, would be nice. Okay, so what are we gonna do? McLaren. I made a setup for this track on a McLaren. It should be one of the videos, but it's a little bit outdated now because I got some new knowledge now. So, okay, good. So this setup, click, and I will share it in the Discord. Yeah. Wait, I'll go for that other car. Okay. What would be better? Okay, few laps, yeah, not too long, because it's not good for my health, yeah, this car. It's raining. It's different lobby? Oh no. Okay. Oh my god. Just gonna go for some basic values first. -15 then, yeah, okay. Max caster gives us the most feel, doesn't have really negative effects. Let's take a wild guess here. So this Porsche, to keep the rear in check. This is just what I remember from Spa. So maybe I seen some comment that in Spa you're using this same setup. This. Yeah, I'm gonna have to test it out. Yeah, what? Because this Porsche, it's very understeery on exit, and it's very oversteery on entry. So let me finish the setup, like how I would do it, and I'll explain why I use a little bit of that toe on the rear for this car as well. Jordi van der Hoeven. Well, that traction control 2 is interfering a lot of times on the wrong moment. It's basically broken in this current update. This is not something I found out, but really fast people are saying this. And if you have stability issues on throttle behavior, you just increase the other traction control, and that's it. Yes, the damper setting is meta, but full max, but I'm like squeezing this a little bit into each other, and I actually use a lot more bump sometimes. So this is like a meta, but yeah, it really works. And if something working and you can be fast, then why not use it? Okay, this is a lot. Feels to me slowest. We're definitely gonna need that rear wing, but we don't want to struggle too much on the straight. I will just keep this on 10 and see what is what. I really feel this car is slow on straights as well. Robbie, see you later, man. Hope you enjoyed the stream. You're welcome, Robbie, you're welcome. Yeah, some likes would be nice, yeah? Getting up some likes, that would be, it's always good, yeah? So, let's say, this menu we still need to change. In the preset video I built for setups made easy, I'm actually telling you to do this. But for the Porsche, it's a little bit of a different story. On the rear I will do this as well, I will do it. And on the front, well, just taking like 25% value here. This one as well. This is what I always do. Now, this one as well, 25%-ish. Now, I'm going for stiff anti-roll bar because I don't want that back to roll. This means body roll. And if we have a lot of body roll, that can be really beneficial at some point. But for this car, it is absolutely not helpful. Also, I'm gonna go for very low rear bump stop range. So we get rid of that ridiculous understeer when we're on a throttle. So now the ride height, the bump stop ranges and the ride height will be more or less the same under throttle. Now, I'm going for pretty stiff wheel rates in the front because I want to not have... I also want to keep this ride height when we're braking hard, when we're turning into corners hard. So we keep like a stable setup. Now, I will just keep it like this. I've seen even people dropping this all the way down, but this is a bit too much for my driving style. And again, bump stop. Thanks, Karsten. Or my like my second pair of eyes, yeah. Checking if I'm not having different values. Now, tire pressures I cannot know now. Rear, I think rear we need to have more brake ducts. Let's see how this behaves. Let's see how this drives. Let's go. Oh yeah, and this we need to change. 30 liters. After this we can do the McLaren, yeah? Why not? Just stand by. I need to change the I don't... What do you think, the overlay is okay? You can see the steering input, yeah? I don't know if we can do a 44 in this beast.
It's clear. We've got cold brakes all around.
Now the values are a little bit from Spa, and it's no guarantee this will work, but this is just where I'm starting off from. And if I absolutely did not have no clue, I would just stick to that preset of that Setups Made Easy video that is on the channel. But now I know something from the car, so I can actually like save myself some time. I think this car can really thrive here as well. Oh, understeer, understeer. Gregors, I have a curved screen, and I don't know. I don't know any better. I bought the PC and I bought a 32 curved screen, and yeah, I think it's better than a flat screen, yeah. So it's sliding under braking, and I think maybe a bit of that brake bias to the front for this opening lap. 50-ish%. Let's see. They're validated. Ooh, on the edge, yeah.
146.00.
Oh, it's too slow on the straight. Is it too slow on the straight? Ah, it's okay.
Green flag, all clear. You 2 tenths off the place in sector 1.
So the reason why I get for that negative toe, so I can actually have that rotation on throttle on this track. So now I can really feel like it's rotating out of that hairpin quite nicely. Oh, I like it, man. The outlap was, and that rear tire is heating up pretty badly, of course. Oh, this isn't good. A little bit of a driver mistake here. I can feel its potential, yeah. But I don't think it's a fast lap time. Let's see. Oh man.
P7.
Invalidated it. But we're gonna finish this lap. Can make a few changes, I think. Let's see, maybe what do you think needs to change from the setup that we built, yeah? And a tire should be in a proper window, that's the first thing.
That's the fastest lap for Ricci, 144.34.
Maybe we're gonna be in the pit a little bit earlier than I thought.
Stay sharp.
Whoa! Okay, so
Green flag, you're clear. Yellow
somebody
flag,
else was
sector 3.
affected by our mistake. Sorry for that. Let's see. Tire pressure, tire temps. Now, a lot of times when we go back at the pit is because we spun, and this will actually give us our last readings. So this is something you need to consider. Oh, that rear tire is getting hot, mate. Look at that. But that's because we spun. So I think this one needs to be higher at least. And maybe this one as well. Maybe a little bit less in the rear. I'm gonna have to see again. And just opening this up on the rear. Let's see. Oh yeah, and this one was different. Oh my god. So yeah, this one. I think we were struggling on entry first. A little bit of brake bias goes a long way for entry, and yeah. So I put this on 50.4, I believe. I think the bump stop range looked pretty decent. I think this looks pretty decent. I don't really feel we need to change that now. And yeah. So this is called A1. And do a few more laps.
Fastest lap for Ricci, 144.00.
There's somebody else in Porsche. Have a look.
The car ahead is just done.
Third gear.
143.
Oh, he's wide. Oh, he's back in the pit. Too bad. Have other Porsches? Needs to be faster than us, yeah? No other Porsches. More rake and more rear bump stop. Can you explain? Because if we get more rake, I'm getting a little bit uncomfortable on entry. And then if I like, you mean the rate more Carson, what do you mean? More bump stop rate or range? Yeah, try this first. Okay. Gonna do that. Proper tire temps. I mean, if you're at this stage, you need to have the proper tire temps, yeah, because else you just have no clue. Raise the front.
New fastest lap for Ricci, 143.75.
Now I'm not sure. more front range, like a few millimeters. It's hard, yeah, what to do. First I'm gonna go for laps with the proper tire temps and then we'll see. I think the rear wing is okay.
Pit exit's clear. Sector 1, yellow flag. Green flag in sector 3. Brake temperatures are low.
When the tires are cold, man, it's a different beast. Let's see. More people are losing it there. I'm happy to see that because I already like broken 2 cars already. Now one thing to note here, I think on a lot of corners it's quite behaving the way I want to. But I also like, if it starts sliding, it doesn't snap on me too much. It's like, actually, I could save it, you know? It's absolutely not desirable that this car does this, but I'm really blaming this more on my driving style with this car than absolute faulty setup. But definitely it can be...
It's just done. 144.83.
Let's see how these pressures are. And at the end of the day, these setups are so taste dependent as well, yeah. What you like, what I hate, and vice versa.
Sector 2 is clear.
A little bit of not a good corner combination. I'm not reffing it enough though. One more lap. Rear pressures are too low. This feels a lot better.
Yellow flag, sector 2.
And you can see how a first corner affects your delta, yeah? I mean, this is just climbing and climbing and climbing. Still climbing. This is a hard corner in a Porsche.
Sector 3 is clear. Your brake temps look good.
Far left, clear left.
It takes some time to adjust. Losing a little bit of lap time here. Oh no, invalidation.
Minus track limits, please Arno.
I'm actually struggling a lot, yeah, in this car. Oh my god. Well, you can see the delta is dropping, and this was absolutely didn't count, of course. I actually don't think this counts, I mean. Okay.
Yellow flag.
So, I just got into playing this. Your basic setup really helped me out. Thanks a bunch. Roger Mac, man, I appreciate it. Good that people are picking up. It's actually a ranked video now on YouTube. If you want to do car setup ACC, it's all the way on top, which is very grateful for. And glad it helped. I remember when I was building this like I was thinking about this like for weeks and weeks, and thinking there needs to be a way to make this fit for every car, and it did. So yeah, okay, good. To Carsten. But a low 145, yeah, and that's okay, but it really feels like I need to put in a lot more effort, and I need to do like consciously do things differently than I'm used to.
Fastest lap
But
for Richie,
actually I think it's really
143.70.
important that you do this from time to time, so you can actually like work on your like muscle memory, you know. Don't be stagnant to one kind of driving. So so what do you suggest you want to change? Yeah, you have to, yeah, you need to be full focused, yeah. So we have a situation that it is kind of under braking. It can be kind of like understeery, also off throttle, but then there's that moment that rear becomes dominant, and then it starts sliding. So yeah, maybe a little bit less of this rear toe now, but this is gonna hurt me on exit. When I hit the throttle and we're going faster, now it's want to be more in a straight line probably. So we get some understeer now. Yeah. Okay. And so more range. Let's see. Go back to the chat. Let's see. Check. More rake. More rear bump stop. Let's try a few clicks. Yeah, few millimeters, and then something like this. Sometimes I play around with that rates as well, yeah? 10! Okay, do 10. Alright, let's see. Let's see how it behaves. Good. I think the brake by is still pretty decent. Let's try it out. Okay, good. And after this, maybe McLaren? Maybe we can put like a vote. What you want to see? Because I'm doing this for another 45 minutes. Or else the wife gets angry. You're streaming, still streaming for like 2 hours already. Really? So Carsten, you're like real, like pro Porsche driver then? Ooh, okay. But it's when the tires are cold, so let's see. And I did not check the tire temps, did I? So let's see. Let's see. Need to get used to that reffing as well, yeah?
That's a new fastest lap for Richie, 143.5. 157.
We'll wait a bit for that car in front. Hang the Blauer.
Green flag
Yeah,
sector
so 20s, yeah. That was actually a very, like, bad first corner, but I felt that the bob stop range helped out a little bit, and we actually had a better exit than our previous lap.
Sector 1 is 0.37 off the face.
Now I'm struggling understeer, yeah? On throttle.
We're deleted. Yellow flag. Green flag, you're clear.
Oversteering moment there. Whoops.
Sector 1, yellow flag. Sector 1 is green.
I'm turning in too early here. Need to fix that. Now let's go into a clean lap now for once. And maybe I need to push that rear wing all the way to the max, yeah?
You're 10th off the face in sector 1.
It didn't cost me a whole lot, but I had to use my counter rotation for oversteer there a lot.
Flag, you're clear of the incident.
The rear tires are too hot. Now, you can see there's red spots, yeah, they're really hurting your performance. And again, this is getting me in a lot of oversteering situations. And now they're actually too hot and struggling for grip on the rear, which make this car very hard to drive. And it's just another confirmation that I somehow are not ready for this one. And like I'm hurting these people as well. So I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna save myself some humiliation. Christoph, hi, just using your setups. What's the best way to stop sliding too much? Well, that's a little bit of a like when is it sliding? Is it sliding when you're going fast? If it's sliding when it's going slow? Or are you sliding when you're entering the corner, or are you sliding when you're coming out of the corner? Or maybe you're just like very harsh inputs. Can also be the case. Or you're just playing too much with brake and throttle at the same time. There's like a lot of stuff why a car starts sliding. I'm gonna go for a McLaren. So yeah, the setup. So we increased the range a little bit on the suggestion of my friend Karsten here, and definitely not a ready setup, but manageable. for some fun, for some practice session maybe. Prompter, no, I'm not going into endurances. I simply don't have the time to do it. Yeah, so maybe that it's on my wish list, but I would not know when I should do this. Yoddi, yeah, we're gonna go for that 720S. Let's go. Good stuff. Okay, 720S. And I need some liveries. Do you know, guys, in the chat, where you can get some decent liveries? Because I'm not into these liveries as well. Not really like know how to do it. Okay. We have some setups here, I believe. And we share this on YouTube as well. Oh, we have a Coach Dave Academy here as well. Let's delete this. Not using it anymore. Let's see. 34 environment. So this is going to be Korean. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Ferrari. So if you're like, I was like hesitant about the Mercedes and the Ferrari, and I was driving the Mercedes 1.5 hours on Watkins Glen in my own time, like just chilling, trying different things, and I was really struggling to make that a little bit consistent. So it took me 1.5 hours. Then I got into the Ferrari, like got my base preset and a little bit of different anti-roll setting, and I actually enjoyed that a lot more, and it was very easy to set up. And for sake of this YouTube channel and this live streams, if I keep like having a very hard time to set the car up, that will actually hurt all other areas of this community and of these videos I'm making and all that. So this McLaren will be a little bit of a little bit lens back in time, because I'm learning, because I'm teaching a little bit on the YouTube. I'm learning like exponentially fast with the setups as well. So I'm really curious what I came up with. There are no exploits here in place. So this camber can go down. This caster can go a lot higher. Maybe maximum maybe feels a bit like a lot. Camber. I'm gonna keep the toe on 0 for now. Okay, 4 and 4. Pretty decent. Okay, so this one is already off. This is not helping you. Well, actually, if your tires are wearing with the McLaren, I remember on Suzuka, I put like a little bit of this traction control on it, and some people may disagree, but this will actually keep the rear in check in long S's and long bends on throttle behavior. And this track has also some of these corners, so who knows? Maybe we need to change that in a race. Brake backs. Okay, this is like correct. Very low brake bias. Interesting. We're gonna... Okay, yeah. That would need to change. Not a lot of wing. Full brake ducts. Full splitter. Front. Interesting. Well, we're gonna have to see. This one, we're gonna do like exploity thing. Or the exploitation. Exploity. We're not using Motec, so we're just doing this. I will probably never ever get into Motec. At one time I installed the program and start messing around with some functions, and that was basically it. Too difficult for me. Well, I don't even have a bachelor degree, so feels like Motec's very complicated. Let's see. And you don't have to use it to enjoy this game, I believe. So this feels very high, and steer ratio, I have no clue. So we're gonna have to see. And let's say, let's call this a little bit different, shall we? Let's call this live stream A1. See how this plays. fast it's gonna be on the straight. Because this car has a lot of aerodynamic. If you put max wing, you can really suffer on the straights. So let's see. But to take off the wing, it gets very fast on the straight. So a lot of variety in setups. And I just came out of the Porsche, and this just feels so easy. Go with the rotation here, that's nice. A lot of rotation here, too much actually. We have very low brake bias, so maybe that's affecting everything. So this car, we don't need to use that first gear, maybe to brake or something, but it really feels pretty decent.
Sector 2, yellow flag, V12. Sector 2 is now green.
Maybe it should be in third gear, that first corner. I know that when you're driving this car, you're like maybe tempting to shift it down more than you should. Because it feels like, oh, it needs to shift down, but maybe that's not the case, yeah? Over here it's quite nice, but behaves quite nicely. Okay, no third gear here as well.
Fastest lap from Gary.
This is something I need to get used to.
Fastest lap from NASA, 146.62. Fastest lap from Ricci, 144.00. Sector 2 is 1.4 seconds off the pace.
Second gear here, nice. Validated, of course, very nice and out.
Okay, I know, we need to watch the track limits.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Obviously, we made a million mistakes in that first lap. Kind of oversteery as well on that entry. Probably because of the brake bias. You can see how this fourth gear is actually helping us. We don't need to push that in third gear in that corner and maybe here as well. Just keep it in third gear. See, that helps us. I think we need to be in second gear here though.
Fastest lap for Ricci, 143.80.
I really feel there's a lot more in this setup than I'm currently using.
Off the pace.
Struggling in this corner always. A lot of races in split 2 and split 1. I can really see them close the gap in that corner. Somehow it has a little bit of a weird moment on entry sometimes. 45.4. Let's see, maybe we can like improve the lap a little bit more. I think the pressure's a little bit on the low side, so we can gonna improve that a little bit. Keeping it in fourth gear, a little bit wider here now, but still pretty much like 0.3. Oh, now I'm actually need to have a lot more apex here.
Car behind us just done a 1.5
And I just throw away all that nice green delta in that corner section. And again, well, let's see, maybe we can improve on this. Validated.
Validated. Watch the track limits.
Okay. So, yeah. Definitely way easier to drive than the Porsche, but we definitely are not happy with this setup. Okay. Let's have a look. Maram 63 doing laps at Misano with the McLaren and the Ferrari. The car seemed to float. Floaty. So, what do you mean? What, like, is it like floaty? Like, if it's oversteering, understeering? Maybe explain a bit more. Okay, the setup. Where to start? Well, at some point it's very becoming. I think a little bit less bump stop range can help us with like not pointing so much forward when we're on the brakes. We have a pretty low brake bias, so this is affecting this as well. Steer ratio, I'm not sure. Maybe we can gain some stability from getting a little bit less of that anti-roll bar on the rear. Yeah. Preload differential, it's okay, I think. This, I don't know, this looks pretty decent as well. In terms of, like, we can maybe try this because the tires, yeah, the tires were hot, yeah. But the pressures were not really decent, so 6.2, 3, okay, so a little bit higher. I don't know, something like this. Okay. Front splitter at 0. On the front. Yeah. Why would we want to do that exactly? So, fast corners, yeah. I had the first set of chicanes. I really like it. It's gripping a lot, and it's fast corners. So you would assume that this front splitter helps us there pretty good. And then when we get slower, it starts oversteering. Now I all of a sudden I remember that this is just like a little bit of a personality of this car, that you lose rear grip on slower corners on entry. So yeah, and you can get like reduce that with more bump stop range on the front. It means that ride height under braking will not increase so much. Okay, we're gonna read in the chat. In the first hairpin, the car turns through, but the back tire grip doesn't seem to be there. First hairpin. Yeah, but I'm also not really like feeling it on the braking. This first corner, I am not like. I have an idea how I want to take that corner, but then my driving is not really allowing that to happen. So I don't really feel that. It's a bit of a hard thing. So I changed a little bit of the front bumps up range, and yeah, so we're gonna have to see. Maybe now it's maybe a little bit understeery. We're gonna have to see. Maybe I think this value should look okay. Maybe some better, more tire pressure can help us out as well. I just started using the McLaren about a month ago. Now still in the graph preset, and I have loved the McLaren a lot so far. I've gained a lot, but just letting the car coast. Higher gear in corners, yeah, absolutely, man. The higher gear in corners, absolutely great for this car. It's something like you've seen the warm-up lap, what I did, and you're like shifting down too fast, probably a lot of times with this car. Okay, let's try this again. We changed that front stop pumps up range. You know what? I don't like this. This is like going against my principles. I think I want to use this wheel rates. And I changed the anti-roll bar on the rear. It's giving us more grip, especially when we go on a throttle. We're gonna have to see how this plays out, and then later maybe add some ride height. We're gonna have to see. This is how it works here. You need to try, test, trial, error. Listen to people in the chat. They have good ideas as well. Yeah, thanks for that. Actually learning more, having a little bit of an audience here. Really great. Are they coming? Yeah, let's wait for this bad boy over here.
Yellow flag. Green flag, you're clear.
Fourth gear and out. We need to stay in fourth gear, and over here we need to stay in third gear. Now this is oversteering because we don't have the proper tire pressures, temperatures yet.
Incident clear. Back to green flag. Brake temperatures look good.
Still steps out a little bit weirdly. I remember from the past that this is just what the car does. I think it can be here in fourth gear as well.
Green flag in sector 2, V3.
Yeah, you're definitely right. It doesn't really bite in that first corner, but then again, it doesn't really feel I have that issue somewhere else. of too much braking input here, oversteer over there. No worries. Still, can still be a purple lap. And also no worries here, man. It didn't invalidate it. It's okay.
We think Besic has crashed. Sector 1 is green.
Okay, let's focus, okay? Let's focus for once. Now it's gripping. It's just a matter of like turning in point, using the brakes at the proper moment, trail braking a little bit into the corner. I'm absolutely not enthusiastic about this delta yet, but we're gonna have to see. I'm just too late on the brakes here. There's nothing wrong with this car or setup, I believe it's just my mistake. It's just very hard to be competitive for me on this car in particular.
Sector 1 is yellow.
Especially if you start to forget to brake, to shift as well.
Sector 1 is green.
Being on a throttle as soon as possible.
15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes.
So, like a 45, you know, we'll get there. Oh, like 44.9. It's definitely some work to need to be done in this setup, but now I'm driving like a couple of laps. And especially if you're like beginning in this game, you don't want to switch 3 cars in one track in one evening. Absolutely do not recommend this. But yeah, I have the burden of like trying to be a little bit entertaining in the stream, because doing mindless laps only in the Ferrari, the car that I'm going to drive this season, I mean, what's the fun in that, you know? I don't think that's something that is nice to look at. Oh, oppa. We're driving 44s.
You've got 10 minutes if you
Holy sh... Okay, I lost a little bit of time here. Of course I'm turning in too early, and that's making me hit that wall, and I'm gonna crash. Oh! People have died today. Oh, no. So, yeah, entry point, mistake, hit the wall.
The bodywork's in pretty bad shape.
Yeah.
You might need to fix that.
So, yeah, but the 44, what was the time? Timetables. Like a 44. We did a 44 with a McLaren. Like going from like old setup, changed a little bit. Handicap 10 kilos. All of them have 10 kilos. Oh, funny, I did not see this before. So, let's go to the chat. Is there any reason why you wait so long to shift? Sector 1. Coming up to the skate. Yeah, I forgot to shift, yeah. I forgot to shift, I think. I think that's, that was the, yeah. Okay, so. Screen 3 and a dash. Oh, so a second display. Let's see. I have the pain of transferring my tunes from Xbox to PC. Oh, yeah, but Roger Mac, are your setups on Xbox gonna be completely different? Yeah, so you need to redo them all, probably. Well, just like maybe we can on the Discord you can help out. I don't know which car you're gonna drive. Be a very nice one. Okay, good. Let's see what. We have still 15 minutes left, so we're probably gonna stick in this car now. No. Dynexto, I'm pronouncing that right? No, I was just forgetting the shifts, you know. I always get like a little bit unfocused on when the stream is almost ending. I've seen people that stream for like 7 hours in a row. I'm like, how do they keep up? I don't know how they do that. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's maybe also like exploited thing, yeah? Hitting it like a high gear. Yeah.
That's a new fastest lap for Ricci, 143.54.
New to ACC. Good stuff, man. You just stepped in the best racing simulator out there. That's my opinion. You know, I've tried different simulators. Automobilista, I tried iRacing as well. And I really feel iRacing is really fine as well, but the cost, I mean, if I would keep that subscription of iRacing, and I would still be on my Trustmaster and like 3080 PC. So that got way too expensive, especially when you're gonna like really do serious seasons. You're just like, iRacing is ripping you off every month with that membership, and it's ripping you off with all the seasons and cars. So ACC is really good. And the reason why I stick to ACC as well, I mean, I have such a love for these GT3 cars. Every time, even when I was way younger, I was always going like Forza 5 and 6 and 7. I was only like always interested in GT3, and then I found out about Assetto Corsa Competizione and steering wheel and VR racing, and the rest is history, mate. So, okay, so there's something wrong with the setup still, and maybe a little bit of that stability. So this is going to create a little bit of stability on the throttle. We have some oversteer situations which we actually don't want to have. Toe values, if I actually like guessing a little bit, I'm like going with 0.05 steps. Yeah, the next, so exactly. A lot of people make the argument about realism. 99.9% of us are never gonna be in those cars anyway, so what's the point? And in iRacing, it really feels with iRacing you have a lot of more turning power with your brakes and throttle. And I really felt like when I was driving Mazdas and for Formula 3, I was only like steering only this, like this. And if I would have to do like this, then what was way too much steering input. And in Assetto Corsa Competizione, it really feels like you have to work the car, you know. You have to like give it something to react, and I really like that feeling. And yeah, so and I mean, very subjective, of course, but yeah, I really like it like that. Let's see what I have here. Okay, so we got a little bit of toe, so that makes the improvement. This anti-roll bar made the car a lot better on exit, I believe. I don't really feel we need to change something here. Yeah, we have something else. In the first bend, when we go on throttle, it will step out a little bit. So I'm increasing the bump stop range on the rear. So this allows for a little bit less ride height when we go on the throttle, which makes it a little more stable on the back as well. Now we did this with the toe as well, but I'm using like a double metric here. Maybe this would be a nice video idea, like you want to get rid of understeer, and then you need to determine where is that understeer, and then you need to determine how much of values I'm going to change to get rid of this, and what is the other things affected. And this is the biggest problem with setup videos, because as I am saying it right now, it already gets way too complicated. Okay. Oh, that's very low traction control. Oh, that's way too high right now. Well, let's see. Let's do 2 and 2 then. Alexander, hi man. Welcome to the stream. It's only gonna last for another like 15-20 minutes. Let's see. Welcome, man. And yeah, so good. I'm choosing the Ferrari. If you don't know yet, I'm choosing the Ferrari for this season. So I'm definitely gonna bake some setups for all the tracks for the sprint races. And if I have some time left, I will do the like the longer races, 45 minutes races setups as well. Silverstone, I don't really care about Silverstone. It's a great track, but yeah, I feel like a lot of setup stuff we need to do as well. The next so. Also, I want to say I've never been brave enough to make setup changes in the sim, but your videos made me start playing with them, and I'm making some real effective changes. So thank you. Well, appreciate it, man. Absolutely awesome. I mean, small steps, like, and the proper information. And I believe a lot of people are sharing the proper information, but a lot of times it just feels way too complicated. And yeah, so I hope that helps, and it helps. I'm really happy with this. Absolutely awesome. Good to hear. I can never get enough of these comments. Okay, so this A3. Let's go. Low traction control, different bump stop ranges.
Okay, Arno, 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes left.
Oh, this session is going to end. Better get into another session first. Let's wait a bit. And the next one, what car you drive, man? And do you have the license for Lofi Motorsport? This one we go a little bit more busy, but oh shit. Low fuel motorsports. And these setups I'm gonna share on the Discord as well, so it should be in the description of this stream. And yeah, so and I will try to put them like a JSON file, so you don't have to go through all of it. The reason in the beginning why I am not share those JSON files, because I actually need watch time on the channel, so people have to play pause and take over the values, and that's like, it's a little better for the YouTube algorithm. But now I don't need that much anymore. I don't need to depend on like streams and videos, and this not and I'm actually gonna maybe remove a lot of the setup videos as well, because they're getting pretty outdated, and they maybe not reflecting the proper. So Aston Martin wise, I will redo all the Aston Martin setups as well, and maybe in the next live stream we can go into that Aston as well, because this Aston Martin car is your best pick if you are a beginner. Oh well, congratulations with the license, man. It's gonna be awesome. And yeah, don't get the illusion that you never be in a collision on Lofi Motorsport, because it can be pretty aggressive as well. But it's a lot better than the public lobbies, yeah. Okay, you keep with the McLaren. Ah, that's good, man. Austin as well, man. I love the Austin. It's really forgiving. You can be really consistent. You can really get some, like, if like, I don't make a lot of mistakes in the Austin. Okay, we have the setup. Yeah, we're gonna go out. Let's go.
Clear left.
McLaren, Ferrari, McLaren. A lot of McLarens and Ferraris, yeah.
Track's clear. Push, push, push. Your brakes are
Oh, but it's more playful with low traction control. Hank, my rating is 2000 ELO, and my safety rating is like the highest almost. But when it feels like people who are get into crashes feel like when I hit safety rating max, then I immediately get in like 3 crashes in 3 races. It's really strange. Like I'm becoming like an accident magnet when I get that safety rating up to 99. What's the deal, yo? Can I pause, please? Mister? Let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, no, we shoot that corner. Alright. The car, this Ferrari looks pretty fast. Let's go. This is the setup screen you meant, yeah, for the... Almost invalidated it. You can actually go really wide here. This is also something I think needs to be fixed, you know, just say, like same as that
sector 2.
that newest track, and also that Italian track, you can go so wide on curbs and you don't invalidate the lap. I think that's a little bit broken.
Yellow flag, incident clear. Green flag.
Back to that second gear again. Oh, this screen you mean? Okay, good. Actually, my steering wheel is a little bit in the way of the display. You cannot really see the bottom left, but sometimes I think the delta is really distracting as well, because especially when you're hitting like your all-time best, it can be like, ooh, don't screw it up. Okay, a little playful still. So you can see with the low traction control settings, I'm actually struggling a little bit. I'll need to be like more sensible with the throttle input. Oh, almost hit the wall there. That's better. Can we replicate another 44 lap time? That's the big question.
Behind, just down 147.26. Brake temperatures are fine, mate.
Well, this looks pretty sweet. touch that second gear. I think the setup like works pretty decent.
The leader has just done a 143.14.
Oh, and actually braking here too early. So this ABS setting is actually helping me as well. This corner, man, it's too hard for me.
Sector 3 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
Oh, that looks better. Felt better at least. It's all about feeling, you know?
Green flag, sector 2.
So, when you get into that situation and you're bumping and like jumping all over these curbs, it's very important that you don't brake, you don't steer, and you don't use the throttle. You know, then you have still like a lifeline to get like through that corner section. But if you're using a little bit of a steering input, braking input, then especially with this McLaren and Ferrari mid-aged cars overall, like with the BMW or Austin or maybe the Mercedes, you can just, like, it's way more forgiving that way.
We expect to see light rain in the next 30 minutes.
Oh, it's gonna rain in 30 minutes.
10 minutes of fuel remaining.
Okay, so one more lap.
V6.
Now, I approached that corner a little bit different because I totally overbraked, like being too late on the brakes in that corner. And I had to like pull on the emergency brake, shifting back to the second gear. And it costed me like 0.15 of a delta lap time.
Sector 1 is 0.44 off the pace.
I'm using like 5% of braking just to make the car rotate a little bit in that bend. Yeah, this is just... Bro. Maybe I said this before, but I actually lack focus. After 2 hours of driving, I cannot come up with all these great inputs on the screen and talk and explain and do all these things together. And this will also still a very big reason why I'm not yet doing streams of races, because I need to really put all my attention to the driving, because I actually want to get the best performance. And so yeah, that's the reason. And I've seen streamers, YouTubers as well, doing race streams, and especially the small ones. They're just racing and they're just broadcasting. But I get bored very fast if I look at that. Like only that Csl DD guy, yeah, he can joke around and like talk to the chat and do all this like 700 million things while he's racing absolute alien lap times. That's not me. I cannot do that. So yeah, let's see. So I will have a look. I will share these setups in the Discord. I will share this one and the other ones where I come up with. join the Discord. It's down in the link. So let's see, some other notes here. That's basically it. I want to thank everybody for watching the stream. This is gonna be it. I'm trying to do these streams every Sunday, but sometimes that life of me gets in the way and I cannot do it, but I will try to do it. And I'm also trying to push out a new video every Friday. Now I almost finished one again, so Friday there's gonna be another video, but yeah, this is also when life gets too much in the way and I need like a skip a week. I'm gonna absolutely keep this going. I really like doing this. Now today we hit 3,000 subs, which is absolutely amazing, and I want to keep going, you know. So yeah, that's basically it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and hope I will see you in the stream next time again. And yeah, see you maybe next week or the week after. We're gonna have to see. And also we'll speak in the Discord. Bye, guys. Yeah, and hit the like button, yeah? Okay, good. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.